So my book, 4 Months of Terror, is about an actual haunted house that my mom and I lived in, literally only for 4 months when I was 9 years old. Now, when people ask me what the scariest thing was that happened in the house, it really wasn't one incident. It was a culmination of all of the little incidents, which was very unsettling. Hearing footsteps at night when you're trying to sleep, the whispers through the walls when nobody was there, the radio coming on by itself, the rocking chairs rocking and stopping by themselves. These little things that, on their own, uh, may not be terrifying in and of themselves, but when you put them all together, make you feel uncomfortable and eventually scared, paranoid and scared. However, with that being said, there was one incident that stands out as being the thing that really set the moving in motion. When this happened, we knew it was time to get out of the house. Well, my cousin Jack had been living with us for about a month, and he worked late. He usually got home about 10 o'clock. And this was a very old house, too. All the rooms had doors to them to keep the heat in the winter and the cold air in the summer. So you could lock off parts of the house. And that's what my mom and I were doing on this night. We were sitting in the living room and had the doors to the living room closed with the propane heater on. We were reading. And I remember, the house was very quiet. And the front door opened, and I heard the door open, and then I heard the heavy footsteps coming down the hallway and stopping right outside the living room door. Then they turned around and walked back down the hallway, and I could hear them going up the stairs. Now, at this point, I was kind of hearing things that weren't always there or that other people said they didn't hear because I was scared. So I was, kind of tuned in to every little noise that was going on. So I couldn't be sure if that was me hearing this or if it really happened. So I waited until I could hear it upstairs. And by the way, there was nothing upstairs, my bedroom and a guest room. So Jack shouldn't have been up there at all if that was him. But at this point, I look up at my mom and I go, "Did you hear that?" And Mom laid down her book and said, "Yeah, I did. That's what scared me. Okay, this isn't just me. She's hearing it too." So we stand up and we walk to the door and we're really quiet, we walk to the door and we put our ear to the door and, we didn't have to do that. You could clearly hear the footsteps traipsing around above us, the floor squeaking, the thump, thump, thump. To get out the front door, we had to run down the hallway past the staircase. So if anybody was up there, they could have beaten us to the door. That was the only way out of the house. We very softly opened the door into the hallway, which is now pitch black. Mom had left the light on, but it's now dark, and Mom said, "That's just Jackie playing a trick on us." We knew it wasn't Jackie. Mom walks out in the hall and looks around. Of course, we can't see anything, so she goes to the other side to the bathroom and she flips that light on. Then turns around and looks at me and very loudly says, "Rebecca, get your shoes on." I'm like, "My shoes are on." That was just Mom trying to make a noise to let whoever was there know that somebody was in the house. So Mom said, "Well, let's go, let's leave. Let's go outside." So I start running down the hall to the front door, but Mom, of course, has to stop and pee. Because that's what we do in our house. Either you may be a serial killer walking around with an axe, but when we gotta go, we gotta go. So I'm standing there in the middle of the hallway, like between the living room door and the front door, still listening to somebody walk around upstairs. I don't know what to do. Should I go out the door? Should I go back? Should I wait for Mom? Mom's still peeing. Come on, Mom, hurry, pee, pee, pee. She finishes, we run out the front door, we go across the street, we sit there on the sidewalk and we wait until Jackie comes home. So the staircase comes down right in front of the door. If anybody had been up there and needed to come down the stairs, we would have seen them. Nobody came down. We're huddled there on the sidewalk in the cold. He drives up about half an hour later and we tell him what happened. So the three of us go back in, very Scooby-Doo. He's got a broom in his hand and we're kind of cowering behind him, walking right on his heels. He goes up the stairs, he walks around, and nobody's there, of course. Of course, when we do walk into my bedroom upstairs, the rocking chair is rocking by itself. And as we walk towards the middle of the room, it very slowly comes to a stop. I don't know what was going on, but that was kind of the moment where we knew it felt like whatever was in the house was aware of us, and that was scary. That's the story. 4 Months of Terror. It is available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback form.